Good evening, colleagues. Boa tarde. I'd like to thank President Lula for gathering us here for this global mutirão against climate change. It's an honour to be with you all in the heart of the Amazon and in the country that is the birthplace of the 3 Rio Conventions, as we stand up and as we step up our collective action to address climate change and its impacts. We are now 10 years on from the historic Paris Agreement. Australia is proud to have shared this decade-long journey. The capacity of the multilateral process to deliver transformational outcomes was evident from the beginning. The importance of that very same system has never been greater than it is today. When we act concertedly and when we act in good faith, we can make transformative, necessary, positive change together. And the progress made over the 10 years of the Paris Agreement proves that to be true. We have brought our projected global emissions down from 4 degrees of warming to between 2.3 and 2.5 degrees. We've seen global investment in clean energy reach over $2 trillion, double the investment in fossil fuels. But there is no doubt that the current global environment is challenging and even frightening, especially for young people. We must protect the multilateral system so that it remains effective in meeting the complex challenges that we face. And what we absolutely need is continued leadership on climate in the form of advocacy and in the form of action. And we've seen Pacific nations deliver this leadership again and again. Because for the Pacific, climate change is not one subject among many for gradual negotiation, but a present and existential threat. And this is a message that the world needs to hear and a reality that the world needs to see. And that's why we are bidding to host COP31 in partnership with the Pacific family. We're focused on seizing on the economic opportunity before our nation while we work with partners internationally on ambitious and achievable global progress, including in the interests of our Pacific neighbours. Global investment in clean energy projects is set to rise to more than US $2 trillion, and we want to grow this with benefit for all as a focus of hosting COP31 in Adelaide next year. One way to do this is through practical implementation of ambitious and achievable NDCs, grounded in scientific evidence and geared toward attracting investment in the transition. And that's exactly what Australia is doing. In September, we announced our latest nationally determined contribution to reduce emissions by 62 to 70% on 2005 levels by 2035. This is unquestionably a major step up in our climate ambition, and to meet this target, we will need to reduce emissions over the next 10 years by more than we have achieved in the previous 20. It is ambitious, but it's also achievable. And our NDC responds to the science. It's underpinned by comprehensive economic modelling, and it's supported by practical implementation planning. Our net zero plan outlines the opportunities across 6 sectors of our economy as we decarbonise towards net zero in 2050. I welcome the NDCs submitted so far, and I applaud leaders for the collective achievement that this represents. But our work is far from complete. Now is the time for countries to come together, to collaborate and to exchange knowledge on what is working and how we can help each other as we move towards focused, practical NDC implementation. That is multilateralism at its best. So let's maintain our shared endeavour to help all countries implement their NDCs and to unlock the investment needed for our respective net zero transformations. Let's take heart from the fact that the transition is well underway, at scale and at pace. Consider our hosts here in Brazil, where the vast majority of electricity already comes from renewable sources. Friends, Australia is committed to supporting the global transition to a clean, secure and prosperous energy future, and our approach is grounded in the UAE consensus, transitioning away from fossil fuels in a just, orderly and equitable way while scaling up clean energy and clean industry. Domestically, we are transforming our energy system with firmed renewables and new transmission on a carefully coordinated basis. We have clear implementation policies in place to achieve our target of 82% renewable energy by 2030. Our abundant sun and wind make firmed renewables the lowest cost pathway for Australia, and the share of renewable energy has already doubled in the past 6 years. In 2024 alone, we saw $12.7 billion invested in clean energy, including $9 billion in new large-scale renewables. And we know that future global prosperity lies in working together to transform our energy systems, to decarbonise our industries, and to seize the new economic opportunities that are presented by a net zero world. But friends, this is a critical moment for us all to capture and share those opportunities, to show leadership and to take decisive action, to show that we are in this together. And that is why, if Australia hosts COP31, it will be in partnership with the Pacific, the first COP partnership of this kind. And in hosting COP31, we want to offer hope through our region's steadfast commitment to collective climate action. We will uphold and champion the promise of the Paris Agreement. We will highlight the immense economic opportunities for all countries of taking climate action and achieving a net zero future. And we will deliver continuity and stability, carrying our shared energy and our shared resolution at this COP from the Amazon, the lungs of the earth, to our blue Pacific continent. So friends, let us live up to the spirit of the global mature hour here in Belém and carry forward our collective action to secure the vital goals of the Paris Agreement, charting the course towards a cleaner, more sustainable and safe future that promises economic, social and environmental well-being for all. Thank you.